Recording in progress.
Hi, my name is Damali. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, Weekly Wisdom. I'm here to talk to you about the relationship between faith and mental health. Do you still need therapy if you have strong faith? I would say the answer would be yes. Why? Uh, I personally have seen people coming to me in therapy looking for me because I'm a Christian counselor, and they are looking for someone who can integrate their faith into their therapy because they don't feel like the issue will be fully resolved without God being a part of that journey. And so faith has been a way for most of us to find a way of coping with overwhelming challenges. I mean, who doesn't have problems when you think about it? But at the same time, um, if you don't have, let's say, like practical relationship skills, your faith can actually now become something that becomes a problem to other people. How many times have you seen one person maybe becomes a Christian and the other person is not, and the other person becomes a Christian, uses their faith against the other person, and the other person is like completely turned off? Those things happen many times, or sometimes the person may have faith and they get so frustrated with a person who doesn't have it, and it can kind of play a bad dynamic because they're not on the same page, where the relationship now suffers even more. But even in our own individuality, I can attest to this, that when I got my life to God, I didn't necessarily have the skills, the best skills of communication, conflict resolution, um, just dealing with relationships, in a sense that I assume because I love God, everything would just work easily. But you have to develop the right skills to express yourself, to express your emotions, to express your frustrations in such a language that other people can hear you, as opposed to you just thinking you're communicating, but you either cut people off or you just lash out at them and then repent and ask God to forgive you, because it can be wounding to the people you are in relationships with. So I just want to encourage you that if you um, contemplating whether therapy is for you, I would say yes, it is. We all need, and sometimes when we think about therapy, we just think about for people who have really had traumas or had challenging like mental disorders and things like that. But when people come to therapy, what we create is a space where they are able to wrestle with the tension that they feel on the inside, and they get clarity of how to navigate that space. In other words, I always use the analogy of, like, if you're running a marathon and you have a backpack filled with rocks, your run is really not going to be pleasant, not because you can't run, but you're really holding on to a lot of baggage on your back. And so therapy, what it does, when you come to counseling, emotions are processed. We create space for you to process your emotions so that you have clarity in your mind to make decisions, to relate better to others, and to be able to live a peaceful and joyful experience of your life. And so if you've never been to counseling before because you feel like you have God, you have faith, I would encourage you to not close it off. The best way to actually find out is to see if the people you're in relations with experience love from you. And if they don't, be curious, understand what the problem is that they have in experiencing you. That's when you're going to realize we need to work on some things here. So don't shy away from it. Just be open-minded, be curious, and we all have room to grow. As much as I'm talking to you, none of us is exempted. You just get a deeper understanding of yourself that helps you to relate to others in a better way. So be encouraged. Check me out on my website and check me out on my social media platforms, Forerunner Counseling, on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. And we can interact. If you have any questions or comments, you can drop them in the comments below. Subscribe, like, and invite others to the same video if this has been a blessing to you.